Bicycle, bicycle, bicycle. It's VGC, the video game podcast, with me, Jordan Midler, Chris Scullion, and Andy Robinson, episode 138, and it's a Nintendo Direct reaction special. How we doing, Chris? How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm in the process of trying to boot my family up the stairs while we're recording this, because obviously the awkwardness of the Nintendo Direct at a weird time means we're recording this at an unusual hour. So
they're very excited. Very excited by all the announcements, all the absolute mints. Andy, the face of excitement, how are you feeling today on this lovely Friday?
I'm all right. It's a bit hastily thrown together, this one, right? Because we're not just professional casters, we're also professional newsers. Yeah, and there's a lot of news on this Friday afternoon, very kindly bookending our week.
Yeah, well, obviously this is a slightly different podcast this week, slightly shorter one, because there would have been no point doing a podcast earlier today before what we were promised to be an extremely exciting Nintendo Direct. We'll get into all the news you need to know about in a minute after we thank our Patreon season ticket members over at patreon.com/videogameschronicle, including iMark, Bill Bob Saggins, Lee Jackson, MMSC Ginger, Silas DeVagerstein, Matthew Tate, Justin Keeling, Vicious, Minokan Lamb, Tanner Santos, Circuit Total, Shea Dougal, Matt Huggins, Marmot's Prime, Rank Bame, Sam Big G over in Ginger Joe, Mark Edmonds, and James Hughes. Part 1, Mario Shite. So, this was preemptively suggested to be a direct all about celebrating Mario's 40th anniversary, and we kicked off with a trailer for the Super Mario Galaxy movie. Chris, what do you think of this?
I mean, it didn't give much away other than the title, which kind of leaked at the last minute, even though it had actually leaked 2 months ago. I don't know if you saw the story, but apparently someone 2 months ago leaked cans of Old Spice deodorant in the US that said the Super Mario Galaxy movie on them.
Nice.
And everyone suddenly went, well, that's not what it's called. It's called Super Mario World, because Universal had leaked a press release accidentally a while ago. So everyone just dismissed it at the time. And now suddenly they went, actually, that might actually be real. And then sure enough, Super Mario Galaxy movie. I'm delighted by that. Galaxy's my favourite Mario game, and so I'm up for it. Interesting
trailer. And did you think this means that the whole thing will be kind of Mushroom Kingdom bound and not have like the real life hook of the first one, when they're having their dinner with their family and all that kind of stuff?
I have no bloody idea, but it's like Chris said, like those are some of the best Mario games ever, as everyone will get to find out soon, who hasn't already. It's cool theming, right? I didn't see that coming. I like that it wasn't leaked anywhere. It's nice that they could have been quite ordinary with a sequel. You know, they made like over $1 billion the first movie. They could have been very, very safe. So it's cool to see them doing something interesting potentially.
I heard that the second film was originally going to be based off a Japanese film called Doki Doki Panic, but they decided against it at the last minute.
I heard the same. There's actually it was actually foreshadowed in the original movie. I'll have you know, there's a bit where Mario and Peach are sitting in a field of fire flowers, and Peach looks up and says, "There's a huge universe out there." And you go, "Oh," and then
that's dubious.
No,
it also features skies.
Yeah.
She turned around. She says, "There's a huge universe out there." And she turns around and looks at the camera and says, "You might even call it a Super Mario Galaxy."
Yeah, I love that bit where he went, "Oh, look at that! It's a sunshine." It'll be cool to see. Who's going to play your woman? Rosalina, Cilla Black,
Whoopi Goldberg.
Florence Pugh. I'm going to say Florence Pugh.
Oh, she does everything.
Give her an elegant British voice. Hello, Mario. I'm Rosalina. I think that would work. And the wee star bastard, that would be...
Well, I had a voice in the first film, so whoever that was.
Oh, yeah.
Because that was the kind of questionable character who was willing death in the first film, which was quite interesting.
Mild peril. No Donkey Kong.
I'm up for it.
No Donkey Kong in the trailer so far. He's off doing his own thing.
No Seth Rogen, so no. I'm it's very good. I'm up for it. I really like the first film. Some people were kind of down on it, but I'm like, what do you expect? Yeah. It's like it was fun. It was never going to be
Schindler's List.
Exactly. And I mean, that was, I mean, Schindler's List was good enough the first time around. There's no need to remake it. So I'm glad Nintendo and Illumination went in a different direction.
Although we're all waiting for the Schindler's List remake starring Chris Pratt. A lot of people have been asking for that. A lot of people.
That's true.
Then we got, speaking of Super Mario Galaxy, they're putting out 1 and 2 on October the 2nd. It's a Nintendo Switch game specifically, but you can obviously play it on the Switch too. Galaxy 2 is an absolutely, practically perfect game. So, Andy, good excuse to play through two of the best.
You've said it. It's a very good excuse to play two of the best games ever. Yeah. I mean, it's $70. I don't know if we know what the UK price is. I know individually they're £34 each or $40 each. So you can buy them separately, digitally, or in the 2-pack box. But I would gladly pay £60 to play these two games again. They're awesome. You are the only reason I wouldn't is if you've not played either of these games.
The only reason I wouldn't is it's going to be interesting to see whether the Galaxy one is identical to the 3D World, 3D All Stars one, or whether they've done further tweaks. It sounds like they're talking about it's more Galaxy 2 that's got extra stuff in it. But if one is just a straight port over of the 3D All Stars one, then I'll just.
I mean, as with all things Nintendo, just expect the bare minimum, and you won't be disappointed.
Yeah, I liked the description for Galaxy 2 on the US Nintendo site. Says talking about what's on the Switch version. It says use button stick and motion controls to blah 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 blah. Learn more about the Lumas from the new storybook. Groove to a bit of additional music and give yourself additional health and fall recovery with assist mode. With what? Gone woke? So yeah,
it's a shame it's not a Switch 2 game because it could have been cool to do the pointer stuff with the mouse. That'd have been an interesting use of the...
Enhance your adventure even further with a free update to take advantage of the processing power of Nintendo Switch 2.
Ooh, well, that's me excited.
At least Galaxy 2 appears to have a Switch 2 version. I wonder if Galaxy 1 does as well. This is breaking.
Yeah, this is excellent. Two of the best ever. There's no reason to complain about that. Next up, Mario Tennis Fever is out in February. I'm excited about this. However, I feel like every Mario sports game on the Switch was absolute piss pants. So I'm hoping that they bring it back around because for me the golden era of Mario sports games is weirdly the 3DS. The 3DS golf game is really good. The 3DS tennis game is really good.
Yeah.
But the Strikers on Switch 1 was pish, so it's a bit hit and miss. Chris?
Yeah, it's an interesting one. Like when we saw that this new one's got a story mode, I got quite interested. I got quite excited because everyone who's been playing these games for decades knows that the ones with the story modes, the Camelot ones that had story modes, were the kind of the better Mario Golf and tennis games. But then I remembered that the story mode in Mario Golf was a wee bit kind of limited, so
it was a double bogey
one. Very good. It certainly wasn't an albatross.
Yeah, good.
But so I'm cautiously optimistic. There's a lot of characters in this one. It can't be any worse than the Mario Tennis that they've released on Wii U, which was as bare bones as it gets.
Yeah.
Just to confirm, Super Mario Galaxy also appears to have a Switch 2 update for it. So I don't know if that's what differentiates it from the 3D All Stars version or whether... Oh no, because it already got one, didn't it? 3D All Stars already got a Switch 2 free upgrade.
Did it? I'm
sure that was one of the games listed that got like or maybe it was just an update to make it work.
I think it may have, because I seem to remember people making jokes about the fact that it got an update despite the fact you can't actually buy it anymore.
Exactly. But I don't know if that update was just making it work properly or actually improving it. But
yeah.
Either way, Galaxy 1 and Galaxy 2 both play better on Switch 2 than Switch 1.
Andy Robinson's Super Mario Brothers Wonder is getting a Nintendo Switch 2 edition plus meet up in Bella Bell Park. Andy, do you want to talk us through what the hell this is?
So I was busy. I mean, this is the life of covering these sorts of live events, right? So when I was super excited about this. So we talked about on previous podcasts, like this is the one. I love this game. I'm well up for more content. But I was sort of busy probably writing about something they announced beforehand while this was going on. So I didn't get to see all of it. So this is me like sort of live reacting. It says more experiences are coming to the Flower Kingdom. Enjoy a variety of attractions in Bell Bell Park Plaza that lets you team up I don't want multiplayer shite. Collect the most coins. Yeah, that sounds rubbish. Don't want to collect the most coins. Uh,
It sounds like it's all multiplayer
yeah,
stuff
that's
for now.
incredibly disappointing if it's just multiplayer.
Yeah. At the end, they did say more content is to be announced. So I'm
More
hoping
content
that, nearer the time they
that
say,
actually you give a shite about to be announced.
Extra levels, please.
Yeah, I don't. That would be incredibly disappointing if this is just more multiplayer stuff for this. I mean, that does sort of sound like the stuff you put the work experience kid on, right? You know, like, hey, can you do some challenges where you just get a lot of coins? Yeah, I can bust them out, and then we'll charge 70 quid for it. So,
I would rather. This is a very, very niche Scottish joke. Jordan will appreciate
Come on
this.
now.
I apologise. I would rather, instead of Bella Bell Park, it was in Bella Houston Park, which is where I got married. Actually, House for an Art Lover.
Congratulations.
So, thanks.
that wasn't a very good joke.
Oh well, like I say, it would be lost
for the Scottish
on
people, for the Scottish
audience.
nation.
The people who get it, the people who get it are actually have crashed their car because
Viva La Hazy is actually in tears. He's away up to the hospital now because he's laughing so
God
much
rest
about
him in
that.
advance.
God rest him. So this is Chris. This is Mario's big day. This is Mario's Direct. It's the 40th anniversary of Mario, so everyone's getting excited. We've got one more thing. Everyone's like,
I hope it's a Mario game.
They do a countdown for 50 million. They're like, oh, finally, it's time to announce it. It pops up. Yoshi and the Mysterious Book coming spring 2026. Chris, more like Yoshi and the Mysterious Boo, because that's what's pish.
I was saying Mysterious Book.
Exactly.
Do you know something? It's one of those ones that when it comes out, it's actually going to be quite charming. But because
you'll have come right around by the time it comes out. Well, it's a 5-star.
Listen, but because we've all been hyping ourselves up, saying what are they going to announce for Mario's 40th? Like last time they did, like Mario 35 and like really cool stuff.
Let me tell you, and something we'll talk about later, when someone broached the idea of a Mario 40, I was like, oh, of course they need to do that. And the fact that they didn't, I've disappointed myself.
I mean, they might yet, but they won't. But yeah, so I'm sure it'll be fine. It's just, it looks a lot like your Woolly Worlds and your crafted worlds and all that. It's like, apparently the story is that there's a book called...
Go on.
Doki Doki Panic.
It's called Doki Doki Pamphlet. He's called Mr. Encyclopedia, or Mystery for short.
Good.
Hence Mysterious Book. And apparently he's like, jump inside me, wink wink.
Who hasn't?
So you jump in the book's pages to document mysterious creatures apparently. So it's basically like another Yoshi platformer. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
4 out of 5.
4 out of 5 VGC. We could write the review now.
Give me a critic a shout.
The art style is great, but it's a bit easy. Like, seasoned players won't get much out of it. It's got all that Nintendo charm.
4.
Yeah.
Ultimately.
See, to be honest, they had fully set up my gaslighting myself into them announcing Galaxy 3 here, because not only did they do the film, in that thing for 1 and 2, they were like, oh, thank you to... There was like a new book page. It was like, thank you to the friends we've met along the way, and hello to the new friends we're yet to meet in the next adventure. Next adventure's Super Mario Galaxy 3. You bastards. They should have announced
that gave me hope that Galaxy 3 is still on the way and they're just not ready to announce it yet. I'd imagine they might, and if indeed that's what they're planning, I'd imagine they'll announce that next year around about the time of the film.
Is it not bizarre that there's not actually a big new Mario game out this year on the 40th?
No, I don't think they were ever going to cannibalize Donkey Kong Bonanza in particular. I mean, it came out a month ago, 2 months ago. This is about kind of building up a roster of games going into Christmas for them. And Donkey Kong kind of ticks the box. I was always kind of expecting some small spin-off stuff for the movie. The movie will kind of make a lot of money by itself. They just need 1 or 2 things to be available for Switch 2 to benefit from that. I mean, obviously, Galaxy, it ticks both boxes. It's going to be on Switch, and it will also obviously run on Switch 2 as well. It's got the same bloody name as the movie. That's as good as they could hope for, right? The movie is called Mario Galaxy. They don't necessarily need to time up with a full 3D Mario game, assuming it's in development, for it to do well, right?
Yeah,
I mean, and it could be far enough away that maybe you get a Galaxy 3 next September or something like that, like a year from now. That gives them time to announce it, and then time for by the time the Blu-ray comes out. You've then got the accompanying game or what have you. But that certainly was teasing. That trailer did certainly seem to tease another Galaxy game. Even if they don't, like, if it's one of those ones, if they're working on something completely different, a different 3D Mario game, I'll be happy anyway. But if there's a
imagine we're sitting next
another
year,
Mario Galaxy
Game of the Year 2026, and it's between Super Mario Galaxy 3 and GTA 6. That's going to be a life worth living, a life worth sticking around for. Let me tell you.
Has there ever been a compilation with a higher Metacritic average than the 98 and 97 in this Galaxy 1 and 2 bundle?
Great question. Did they ever release
Maybe
Tony Hawk 2 and
Hawk
3 together?
Don't believe
We have
so.
the same brain, honestly. It's like the old, what about that weird Zelda disc that came with like Ocarina and Majora, maybe something like that? I don't know, but there's very few games that could even do it, so maybe, but I doubt it. What a pair of titles that is. Speaking of titles, we're in the next bit that I've determined as random shite. They announced Dinkum and Populcum, which everyone's excited for. Those are on November 5th and Holiday 2025, respectively. But the big hitter, Spring 2026, Tomodachi Life, Living the Dream. Chris Scullion, why should I care about Tomodachi Life, Living the Dream?
Because it's mental, mate. It's literally... You add your maze to it, which inevitably means people just add maze of people they know or celebrities or famous faces or whatever. And then it's like if The Sims just removed all its kind of restrictions and was just full of random pish. Like you see in the trailer, there's a bit where someone just gets rained, like a load of Super Scopes and Super Nintendo Super Scopes just rains on top of them for no reason at all. Like their previous ones had the cutscene where they all dance, do like a tribal dance around a Virtual Boy, just for a laugh. There's loads of really. It's a very, very kind of quirky, what people would call a Japanese looking game, because it's got that kind of really bizarre sense of humor that you would expect from back in the PS2 days, where you'd get Japan only releases and you go, that would never make it over here. But somehow the original DS one was so successful that they eventually couldn't not release the 3DS one here. So yeah, I'm excited about that one, because there's going to be very little kind of actual game in it, I think.
Yeah.
But it's going to be really funny.
I mean, a competition in the Discord, what we can do to the Ben Star Tomodachi, I'm looking forward to. But Andy, this one you're looking forward to?
I actually, I've got fond memories of the 3DS version, because I went out to Nintendo of Europe to kind of see it, and into Sakamoto's the Metroid guy, producer, is his game. It's so quirky. I'm interested to see if they kind of put proper online functionality in it, if it will take off, because it is just one of those games that people talk about for a long time. It's and also it's massive in Japan, by the way. So that like in terms of them like keep topping up their sales for the year, I think they'll be happy to have this on the slate for Switch 1.
Couple more release dates for you. Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection, October 30th. Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade, 22nd of January. They also confirmed, to the surprise of no one, that the second and third games are also coming to Switch 2 and Xbox. However, it's currently unclear if PlayStation will get the third one first. I would put money on yes. Hades 2 out on September 25th. There's going to be a Kirby Air Riders amiibo, and Andy's excited. Another Kirby Air Riders Direct. Come on now.
Like, what has Sakurai got on Nintendo, right? Like, does he... I'm trying to not say anything that gets this video demonetized or flagged, right? But what perilous dagger does he have floating over the boardroom at Nintendo? Like, wasn't that Direct, that last one, 45 minutes for a racing game, right? And he basically records it in his spare bedroom, where he tells us like how the Kirby accelerates. Well, actually, the mythology behind Kirby being on the... We don't care. Like you don't even press... I was going to say you press A to go. You don't. It accelerates on its own. You don't press A to go. It just goes. Do you need a second one?
I think so.
It's funny because I joked ironically on social media about how people are getting excited about this Direct, but they're not going to be so excited when it turns out Sakurai's back to give another 50-minute lecture. All completely joking, and then they're like, "Oh, by the way, not yet, but he's coming." He's he's cleared the spare room and hidden all the FHM and Nuts magazines, and he might as well record another one. While
is this game not out in like 2 months? How are they still talking about it? Like, what is there to say?
I have played the thing. It is about as basic as you can get. Of all the games that require a total of 90 minutes of explanation, this is absolutely not one of them. This is like the least.
It's going to go full Gran Turismo Cafe. It's like, so the history of acceleration, the history of going forward.
Let me tell you the etymology of the naming scheme of the colour pink.
Oh, God love them. Are you going to get this amiibo, Chris? You still completionist, or?
I've got all the amiibo, so I'm, regardless of what amiibo gets announced, I'm there day one. I'll get the Kirby ones. I'll get Samus's bike, which I'm sure we'll get
there. Don't. Oh God. A few more dates. Hyrule Warriors is November 6th. Dragon Quest 7 Reimagined February 5th, and then they announced the Virtual Boy is back. Chris Gillian, take your lap of honor.
This is the most bonkers announcement.
I was literally wearing a Virtual Boy t-shirt for a laugh to celebrate like Nintendo's arguably lowest point while watching new announcements, and then all of a sudden the Virtual Boy appeared, and so they're bringing Virtual Boy to Switch Online, but rather than Virtual Boy, let's say recreations on your Nokia N-Gage, they're not doing a 2D version. So Nintendo's all in on it being 3D. So the only way you can play these Virtual Boy games on Switch Online is if you buy a £66 helmet, which I've already pre-ordered. It's basically a replica of the Virtual Boy that you have to put over here. You put your Switch or Switch 2 inside it. As I understand it, it comes ready for the Switch 2. But there's a separate adapter you can swap in if you've got a Switch 1. So a bit of
that's nice of them. That's good of them.
A bit of building required if you've got a Switch 1.
It's a bit of trivia here as well. Is that the all of the Virtual Boy displays in the Nintendo Museum in Japan are all running on Nintendo Switches. It's not even if people there didn't even notice. As you say yourself, there is like there's little peepholes, like they're kind of on the wall. It is a little bit seedy, yeah. It's like Nintendo's red light district, but it's their red and black light district.
There we go.
They have almost certainly. Sorry, I was going to say they have almost certainly put that in the museum and then said
might as well release it.
Just put those same headsets in the public, and that was really authentic. Those because when you check them out, it feels just like using the Virtual Boy. So if that's the same gizmo they're using, then it's going to be pretty.
You just get all this nice plastic shit. You know what I would like them to do? Sell a replica Game Boy and Game Boy Advance that plays the NSO games. I don't care if it's just a wee nicer screen on a Game Boy. I would get that, no problem at all. This is funny. I've already been duped into buying a GameCube controller. Where's the Pokemon games on GameCube? Let me tell you.
What you mean, this dusty old bastard?
And that stupid camera, like I shan't be partaking in this absolute mince, but I'm happy for you.
The only thing I'm disappointed in, which we kind of realised like half an hour after it was announced, was there's no controller.
Yeah.
Like the Virtual Boy controller is really comfortable and like one of the highlights of the thing. The fact you're going to have to use normal Switch controls like on a Pro controller is slightly disappointing. It kind of removes if you've literally got the thing on your head. Like if you want full authenticity, like give us a controller as well. Like we've committed.
Yeah.
But yeah, shame.
I'll be committing after playing it. A lot of the new Switch 2 editions: Overcooked 2, Stardew Valley, Human Fall Flat, and Power Wash Simulator. Those are all 2025. Human Fall Flat spring 2026. And Suika Game, congratulations to the TikTok generation for that. Back to real games.
I love Suika Game. Just to be
fair.
Clear, I'm devastated that this is coming out because that's my life gone.
From the man who wouldn't play Balatro, he'll play Suika Game.
I'll play it. I'm all about Suika Game.
P45 time, let me tell you. Back to real games. A trailer opened up with the worst looking bike you've ever seen in your entire life, to the point where Chris was like, is this Mac Rider? Is this some joke game? And it turns out, no, it's Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, out on the 4th of December. Andy, how excited are you for Samus's Ride to Hell Retribution?
It was all going so well, wasn't it? Like everyone knows famously, like Nintendo admirably keep making these games, even though they don't really sell at all. It's one of Nintendo's worst selling series. And there's a reason they don't sell, right? Because it's the kind of the black sheep of it's not really a family game. It's quite dark. There's no like
It's one for the heads.
There's no main characters that kind of have a chat, or not in any of the good ones anyway. Like I love Metroid, and I love that, especially Dread, the Switch entry was one of the best Metroid games, full stop.
Banger.
Like I love that they continue to make these games even though they don't sell, and they know they stay true to the spirit of what they are, right? But every now and then you get, they try and, kind of broaden the user base with Samus's stupid mates who turn up.
Remember me?
Yeah, oh my God. Like, but this was looking good. It was looking good, and I'm sure it will be good. But they've put her on a bloody motorbike.
At least we know what the subtitle means now.
Rubbish. Like at
least we know the subtitle means now.
There's few, times that I'll be, this kind of, I'll generalize this much and make sweeping statements before I've even touched something. But there's no way that's not rubbish, right? It looks rubbish.
It's
like
still wide.
I mean, we were joking during the thing, but it's like you can almost see it's a point off the review score straight away. Like, how are you going to review this game and not? It's going to be the footnote that the motorbike bits are rubbish. Nobody asked for the motorbike bits. That it clashes so harshly with what Metroid is. I hope they prove me wrong. I'm sure the rest of the game will be super tight and very true to Metroid as it looks and as kind of Dread showed. But yeah, that looks absolute pants.
At least we now know what the subtitle actually means, because Beyond is obviously referring to the bike being beyond a joke.
There we go. Maybe it'll get to the point, and when the review comes out, and it's like, oh yeah, that weird bike bit that you're on for like 5 minutes. That was weird that they forwarded that in the trailer. But the bit where she jumped off and she was shooting things, I was like, oh, I'd like to play this. This looks like a good game.
The bike itself looks cool. Like, I'll get the amiibo. I like a wee bike.
Of course, you'll get the amiibo. Come on, it's
a given. But also, the bike's out the bike amiibo's out a month before the game comes out.
Yeah.
Just so you got a month to warm it before it finally comes out. But
a month to work up your back passage. After this,
it's a good shit. It's probably it's jumped to the top of my list of the top 10 amiibo that fit neatly in an arse. It's gone quite high up. Step aside, Chibi-Robo. There's a new cat in
bottom of the list. Those massive Monster Hunter ones they did.
Rathalos is right at the bottom. Right, Rathalos and Bowser.
Good feature that. Patreon people, if you want me, Chris, to rank that feature, then let us know. Something that's not ours. Donkey Kong Bonanza. Ooh, Banana is getting DLC that is out today, excitingly enough. What is this? Is this just like a wee time trial thing? It was like a weird, you're getting points for breaking emeralds. Andy, have you got any more insight into what
it looks like as it kind of whiffs of Super Mario Brothers Wonder Switch 2 edition, where they're like, what can we create quite easily and get some it looks like, I mean, I've got it loaded on my system. I've not played it yet, so at the time of most people listening to this, it'll be horribly outdated and I'll be wrong, but it looks like a roguelike. It's like collect as much emerald as you can, in a time limit, and each run you can enhance your skills, and for the next run it looks very, very roguelike. More interesting to me is they've put DK Isle in, the original island from Donkey Kong Country, and it looks like there's like cool characters to meet and stuff to do. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm gonna check that out. Less. I guess it's in the spirit of the game that the DLC seems quite workmanlike. It just seems like a little bit box ticky. Yeah. We could get 5 hours out if we have them go on a roguelike run rather than actually making new platforming challenges.
I think the real Donkey Kong DLC we all want is these bloody outfits on Mario Kart World, which still
they've forgotten about
Donkey
Mario
Kong
Kart.
still only has 2 costumes.
No, they don't even remember they put out Mario Kart World. It was faded from view quicker than is possible to comprehend here.
I thought that was an absolute given, or indeed a given.
There we go.
The fact that Donkey Kong's only got 2 outfits, I'm like, well, obviously they're waiting until Bonanza comes out, and then they'll put some outfits from that in the game, and also release child Pauline as an extra character. You're done nothing.
You thought it was a gibbon. I'll say that Mario Kart World was a load of macaque. Next up, we had my segment of the show, the Pokemon Power Hour. We had
Listen, you've got a cheek to talk about Samus's bike, by the way.
From your friends and mine at Koei Tecmo, famous for putting out quite a lot of mints over the years. We've got Pokemon Pocopia, which is a life sim. I'm going to read from the press release here to tell you exactly how the Pokemon Company are trying to spin this one. Pokemon Pocopia is a life simulation game where players create their own Pokemon paradise. The game features Ditto, who transforms to look like a human, as Ditto could explore and learn moves from the Pokemon they befriend. They can create their own world. It's a little Minecraft light. It's a little kids game. It's not to be taken all to. They literally say you get sticks and rocks and put them together to make things in the world. Chris, I'll be there day one. I'll be queuing up. I'm queuing up now.
Why did it have to be a Ditto as a human? Can I just put a human in it?
Because you're learning, the Ditto's learning the moves, so it's the perfect Pokemon because it can learn all different moves. So can Mew, to be fair.
Much like humans can.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you know something? It'll be fine.
Yeah.
It's just when you hear it, when you see a new Pokemon games coming, you go, "Oh, what is this?" And then you see something you don't expect, and you go, Psyduck's in it, so it'll be all right. But I'm sure it's charming enough.
Charmander.
I'm sure it's Charmander enough, but we'll see. It's 4 out of 5.
Oh, I think so. Andy, what Pokemon do you want to see in Pokemon Pocopia?
I don't care.
So, Andy, let me walk you through this, right? You get into the world of Pokemon Pocopia, and you get to a big door, and there's a lock in the door. How am I meant to unlock this door? I need a key. Who can I learn
Put
this
your foot
from?
through it.
Clef Key appears. Come on now. Everyone claps. Everyone's like, come on now.
Mega Clef Key.
More keys.
It just adds key rings. Yeah?
Just adds a Yale key.
Mega Clef Key turns into a key fob for a car. It's just like one little plastic box.
You just press a button and it goes beep, beep.
You have to stand at the window and go, is that shut? Have I actually shut that? Then we got a couple of new bits for Legends Z8. They announced more Mega Evolutions for the Pokemon Chestnut, Delphox, and Greninja. These Pokemon Mega Evolutions will only be available online. Chris, if you wanted to evolve your Chestnut, Delphox, and Greninja, do you know what you would need?
I mean, specifically, I'd like to know what I need for Delphox. What kind of item?
Well, of course, to evolve to Mega Evolve a Pokemon, you need a special Mega Stone like Charizardite or Mewtwoite. So in order to evolve Delphox, you'll need Delphoxite. So as long as you've scoured around all over the floors for enough Delphoxite, you can get a Mega Delphox. I'm pretty excited about it.
I play games for escapism.
Yeah.
And there are regularly foxes who roam around in our streets, and I've encountered plenty of fox shite over my time. So
my dogs love rolling in Delphoxite, let me tell you, and it makes them stink.
So I shan't be interacting with this because it's a bit too close to home for me.
And also, you're not good enough at games to win the ZA Battle Club and get the rewards, so... Famously.
They
also announced...
Although I did win the demo, to be fair. I did beat the big Pokemon.
Mega Absol. Yeah. Who needs Mega Absol? The last thing they announced for Pokemon was another DLC episode, which will feature Mega, Raichu, X, and Y. I'm pretty sure they announced the DLC for Scarlet and Violet before that was out, so this is pretty standard. Interesting. We'll see what happens. Pokemon Legends X and Y, Legends ZA, not X and Y. I'm not announcing a new game out next month. And the closer, this is when my computer stopped working. They announced about 40 Resident Evil games. Was it just my watching it on my phone, or did the new Resident Evil look absolutely terrible? I couldn't really tell what was going on.
It looked noticeably worse than previous trailers, but at least, I mean,
that's
to be
quite
fair,
admirable,
to them, at least.
Right?
I was going to say, to be fair to them, they're not bullshitting.
If you like, I mean, you're pretty confident that that's the game, yeah. The other thing is, it probably wasn't flattering for that game to show those cutscenes with the lovely models in, daytime settings. that game I actually think probably will come out looking quite good on Switch 2. First person, or mostly first person as you switch it, in dark corridors, like there's a lot of literal smoke and mirrors they can use to make that game look pretty as good as the other versions. I think it will look good.
What other Resis was it? Was it all of them? Did they do the remake?
No, it was. There's been an insider comment like earlier this week suggesting that we were getting the remakes of 2, 3, and 4 plus 7 plus Village plus Requiem, and they just announced 7 Village and Requiem, so we've not heard any news of the remakes yet. But that's 3 out of 6 so far.
Betting on putting the remakes out
ones.
there is like betting on the sun coming up. Like it's obviously going to happen. It's
It's 100% going to happen.
And then finally, everyone's excited. It's the big closer. Dun 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 dun! Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave. Andy, we had to peel you off the ceiling for this one. What a way to close a show, eh?
Yeah, it's a close competition between Xenoblade and Fire Emblem, which kind of anime game I care less about. To be fair, I actually think I would be a fan of Fire Emblem. Yeah. I've never got round to playing any of them meaningfully. I do actually think I'd really enjoy Fire Emblem.
You'd be a fan of Fire Emblem if you didn't have a bird.
Difficult to get excited, isn't it?
Too much of a lad for Fire Emblem.
Don't think you can end the show on Fire Emblem, Nintendo.
No. It's that you don't end with it. I mean,
no one's going to the Fire Emblem theme park.
that was a very Japan influenced final announcement. I think the West is a very niche audience for Fire Emblem, and I would have hoped they would announce something that like kind of all regions would have been interested in. Maybe even put that Yoshi game at the end. As average as it looked, at least like if Westerners are more into a Yoshi game than a Fire Emblem game to end on. It just
should have ended on the Mega Delphox, right?
It's the 18th Fire Emblem game.
How exciting.
Main entry.
I've played it. Let's rank them. Ranking your Fire Emblems.
Number 1, Awakening.
Number 2, 3.
The rest. 2 to 18, the rest.
Yeah. So that was the Nintendo Direct. Boys, I want a score on the VGC scale. I'll give it 3 out of 5. Good, not great, in my opinion, Chris.
I'm giving it a 4.
Shock.
Purely because if Virtual Boy hadn't been there, I'd be down to 3. but that's such a daft thing.
I suppose you're literally wearing the t-shirt. I can't really.
I know
it's
the
authentic.
fact that plus the fact they said that they confirmed that like 14 of the games are coming out, which is almost the whole library. But other than a couple of licensed ones, even stuff like Space Invaders, which you would think would be a trickier get, is coming. VB Wario Land is one of them, which is one of the kind of the greatest kind of hidden gems in Nintendo's back catalogue because hardly anyone ever played it. So that alone kind of excited me. It's always good to see Galaxy 2 back. Fever, Mario Tennis Fever could be good. There's lots of kind of positive things there when you look back through it. Just at the time, it's like you build yourself up for a Mario Wonder 2 or a Galaxy 3, and then when it doesn't happen, you go, you bastards, even though like they never promised that. So yeah, 4 for me. A 5, a massive announcement would have been a 5, but Virtual Boy was enough to
Andy?
wet my whistle.
Do you know what? I'm going to give it a 4 as well. I thought it was a strong direct. I think it was greater than the sum of its parts. There were a lot of like good reveals, right? Not so many oh my god, other the Virtual Boy thing is mad. Even though I'll play it once and it will go in a cupboard. That's still super, super cool. I think, it would have been like if we're talking about, just purely from our excitement, it would have been nicer if it ended on one of the big franchises, like the real big franchises like an Animal Crossing or something like that. But it's a shame the Mario movie thing leaked yesterday because that would have been a much more exciting announcement. I think it would have been cool if they'd revealed some new cast members rather than just confirming that most of the old ones coming back. But there's lots of stuff to like in that. I thought it was a really strong direct.
Okay, folks. Thank you for listening and watching this special episode reacting to the Nintendo Direct. This isn't all the podcast you're getting this week, though. Tomorrow, to celebrate the big man's 40th anniversary, we are releasing a special 2-part podcast. The first part, the top 40 Mario games, 40 to 21, will be available on the same podcast feed you're getting this one. However, if you want 20 to 1, you can get that on patreon.com/video games Chronicle tomorrow. That'll be Saturday. If it's already Saturday, it's probably up, unless it's really early. I don't know. It's up to Chris. He's in charge of this one. No spoilers, boys, but it was a hell of a show to listen into, even if some of your opinions were ridiculous and informed by being old men. It was a joy to listen to.
No spoilers, but if you're a fan of Mario's Time Machine, you'll be happy with how high it charted. Yeah.
Wonderful. All that stuff will be out tomorrow, so keep an eye out for that. Until next time, we'll be back with a normal show next week. Thank you for your patience with us late posting. Say goodbye, Chris.
Goodbye, Chris.
Say goodbye, Andy.
Goodbye.
Happy birthday, Mario. And we'll see you next week.